Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, Firefly Tarot. Again, I'm sorry for my delay. Definitely been very busy trying to set up everything for the store, which I'll let you guys know about soon. If you didn't hear me say it recently, I'm opening my own spiritual store in New Jersey, and I'll let you guys know more about that in a video coming soon. I am hoping to open next month at some point, so wish me luck. So instead of the weekly guidance reading, which I'll probably kind of sprinkle in some messages time sensitive here today, I wanted to do this one. These symbols came to me earlier today during a very important conversation, and this is hidden messages from your spirit guides, or messages. I don't know what's going to come up here. I have no idea. This is the first time I'm kind of doing it this way. But if you are called to this reading and any of the symbols, and it might even be more than one, this message is meant for you today. It's a general reading. If you'd like a personal reading, info's below. But here are the options. So we have group number 1, you can see, is the heart. Group number 2 is the eye. Group number 3 is the pentacle. And group number 4 is the moon. So just take as much time as you need. You can pause if you need to. And whenever you guys are ready, I will see you at your reading. Hey everyone, this is the reading for those of you who chose group number 1, which is the heart. I'm going to be adding in this deck that I made a while ago and I had forgotten about. I wrote the words on here, so we'll be using that. And let's see what deck I want to use. I'll start off with this one. Spirit, this reading is for group number 1, our heart group. Spirit and spirit guides, please, of group number 1. What is your hidden message for them? Something they haven't heard before, something that is extremely important to know at this particular time of their lives. And if you can let me know also the category, that'd be good. What is your first message, please, for group 1, spirit, or the guides of group 1? Thank you. The heart. They're indicating here something that you've been working on very hard for a very long time. They gave me the number 7 for some of you. They said that, I do think that they're indicating here, they're not saying it, but I feel that your hard work is going to be paying off very soon, or there will be something relevant in terms of information coming up to you in the next, could be actually 7 days. So I did mention the intro, I was going to mention the week. So there it is. I do think something is occurring, something is kind of stirring and bubbling in the pot for you guys. And this is going to show itself very soon. Something you've been really putting a lot of dedication into. I feel the hard work. It's almost like you put your whole entire heart and soul into this idea, project, or pathway of any kind. Guides or guide of group number 1, what is your hidden message for them? Okay, again, we are receiving confirmation that there will be some type of further guidance, clarity, truth, information for you, probably this week, probably just in the near future at any point. If it's not this week, don't worry, it's going to come soon. But everyone has a different timing, I think. I do want to use a different deck maybe, but I'm honestly not sure. So let me just see what happens here. So this is good. Excuse me. So this is good for you guys. This is showing a great deal of fulfillment. It's showing not just happiness in a way we think of happiness, but this is showing alignment with joy. True spiritual joy. That's what I'm seeing. Now, I'm also feeling called to use the Mystic Mondays Tarot. At least I think that's the name of it. Oops, sorry. So we'll get some cards from here. But again, whatever you're working on, this may be obvious to you already. Many of you have already been working on this specific thing for a long time. And again, like putting all the sort of like the blood, sweat, and tears thing in it, like into this pathway for yourself. You already know it's going to align with your success. A lot of you already know that it is aligned with your soul's desire, your soul's truth. Now, the rest of you may not be aware of this, but there is something that has already been building within you, like this process of building, the brick by brick kind of building, slow and steady. It even could be for a smaller fraction of you, what you're building is just yourself, right? But I think that the others of you, I think that it's yourself plus some physical manifestation of this, something in the 3D that we can actually see. Like here it is. It's like something tangible. So that's what I'm feeling for that. A little bit more for their hidden message, please. Guides or guide of group number 1. What is your hidden message or messages? Something that they don't know about. Oh, that kind of freaks me out a little bit. It always does. We have the 9 of Cups again. This is the same card. So already we're seeing the sort of angelic flow here. When I start to see repeating numbers, I always think of the angels because they like to send these synchronicities. Here in this version, though, this is kind of wild to me. I was drawn to this deck for you guys, and look at the 9 of Cups. There's no heart, but there is here. It's perfect synchronicity. This is actually amazing. I'm really blown away by that. So there it is. Again, I am getting confirmation that whatever this is, it's resonating with your soul, with your heart, with your truth. I'm going to also add, please do not doubt yourself. Please do not doubt whatever this is. I would guess that most of you will have doubts, or already you've had doubts about this thing. And you know, I think the truth is that we do a lot better sometimes just trying not to focus on the future and outcomes and destinations. Instead, it's better to focus on the process, which is here and now. I have read that in several books, anything having to do with like success or habits or whatever, that it's actually we do better with focusing on the present and the process of how we're going to do it. So for example, if you're thinking of writing a book, instead of thinking about, oh my God, I have to write this 300-page book and it's going to have to be this real thing, we think about instead the process of getting there. So instead of like the end goal, we're like, okay, well, what does that look like in the daily perspective? I can write maybe like for an hour a day or something like that. Just an example. But yeah, so this is in complete alignment with your soul. Again, everyone is different in their journey. So if you're not quite there where you feel like you know what it is, it's building within you. And just know that if you're confused about what to do, what path to take, and what is right for you in terms of decisions, all you have to do is tap into this. This is your heart space. Tap into what you feel, what you love, what brings you joy, instead of the head space that is more of the logical part of things. Okay, what else? Anything else? Spirit guides of group number 1. What is your hidden message for them? We have here the King of Wands. It is of utmost importance that you have confidence within yourself. Now again, the Rider deck that I usually use looks a little different, and I usually see the King of Wands as a different energy entirely. But here, it seems powerful, a person who really knows what they want and is willing to go after it. Very bold, yes, fiery being Wands, very bold and courageous, and in your masculine energy, meaning sort of like masculine energy is usually more outward energy. Sometimes it coincides with taking action, right? But this is an energy, feels like a go-getter as well, okay? And in this version, he's wearing like some sort of a cape, I think. It's funny, it's sort of like that feeling of a hero or something, I don't know. Now we have light on the wand as well, okay? You're being guided by this light, but this light does seem to be your passion as well as your heart, or your compassion, actually. So there's that. Make sure that whatever this is, again, really do your best to have self-love. Speaking of heart, to have self-love, because if you don't have self-love, you're not going to probably have that confidence. Confidence is just believing in ourselves. And if you love yourself fiercely, you are going to have that confidence, okay? And that self-worthiness as well. Any other final messages for group number 1? Messages, hidden messages from their guides. Any guide of group 1 would you like to speak out today? So very obviously turning in the reverse, we have the Devil and we have the 4 of Wands. So this Devil card is really unique. Again, it's not what I'm used to. We have basically this winding staircase going into me. I don't know if this is the headspace, but this again was in the reverse. And then we have the 4 of Wands, a lot of stability here. being that the both of these were in the reverse, I just kind of wonder, about this alignment. Maybe you're coming out of some negative headspace and pattern. Maybe some of you, what's related here is the feeling of not being secure within yourself, either your physical self, your environmental self, or mentally, whatever the case is. Ultimately, I completely see you being free of this. I don't think that this is a permanent issue at all, especially because of this. I will tell you, I don't know if this is from your guides, but what I am feeling here is that this particular energy that aligns you with your heart and your soul and your truth, it has an enormous effect on getting you away from this shadow or devil energy, okay? Meaning it centers you. It gives you clarity. It gives you brightness and again, truth. So I think that the key here is to not to say you have to always focus on this thing, this project or goal or whatever, but to be able to tap into that energy. This energy is pure, and it almost creates this very balanced and purified version of you too. And if you ever need to get out of like this devil or negative space, whatever you kind of see the devil card as, if you ever need to get away from that and come into this feeling of security and balance, again, just tap into this. If you're like, I need to find that lantern in the darkness, right? You know where to look, because this brings that feeling to you. This brings that perspective to you. Almost like it keeps you on the straight and narrow or something like that, And it doesn't have to be a pressuring way, or if you struggle with perfectionism or anything like that, you don't have to worry about any of that. Everything here is divinely timed for you guys in group 1. I'm seeing that divine timing is playing a huge part in this. So I think like a good 99 even percent of what you're doing here is going to be really orchestrated by the divine. That's not to say you're powerless, but it's to say that they have your back that much, and they're just going to lay these pieces down, and all you have to do is just do your best to remain in this good energy. Any other final messages, please, for group number 1? Any hidden messages from the guides of group 1? Thank you. Something is going to probably pass for you very soon here with the Six of Swords. It's a peaceful, flowing energy. It's a release. It's releasing energy. And it also could be transition. A very few number of you, it even could have to do with travel, for example. And then we have the Magician here. This is more of the feminine portrayal of the Magician right there next to the King of Wands. And then here we have the Ace of Swords. Okay, so whatever it is you're moving away from in the near future, could even be within the next 2 days. If not 2 days, it could be, because remember, it's a mixture of like this week's guidance, but it may not be 2 days. If it passes over this week, then it might be 2 weeks. It might even be 2 months for some of you. Don't really worry about the timing. You're moving away from something, releasing something, and as you are doing that, in its place, you're going to be seeing this sword of clarity. Again, this could be direct guidance, direct message, answer, information from the divine, directly from the divine. So maybe it's even going to be from a high frequency guide, such as an archangel, maybe, right? Or any other high frequency being, or even like a deity. And I think that for maybe half of you, you've already communicated with this guide before. Let me know if that's the case. I do think that many of you have already received word from this guide, which is pretty cool that they're coming through here. So that's coming in. And then finally with the Magician card, this is really, I really like this interpretation. I mean, look at the way that she's kind of manipulating energy. She's altering the energy to kind of just let these, I don't know, these crystal things, these shapes just float there. This is divine focus and manifestation ability. This is energy work. It's almost shocking in a way to me. But what this is you when you are in tune with that balance. When you're, not to say like when you're applying yourself, that's really not the phrase at all, but it's maybe how you've perceived it. Maybe you're like, oh, if I just applied myself, I could do this or that. In reality, I think that that phrase even could be a limiting thought in a lot of ways, right? It feels like, whether you've had that specific thought or not, try to look at the level of confidence or self-worthiness you feel within yourself. And if you put these conditions on yourself in terms of your success or your version or perception of success, it is going to be limiting, because it says to us on a subconscious level, I have to be perfect or do this or do it this way or be this way in order for me to be on point or to have that happiness and success. You know what, group one, in reality, the only thing you have to do is just be exactly who you are and just keep going forward. Keep going forward with your balance and feeling good within yourself, feeling good within your energy. Because when you do feel good within yourself and your energy, this means, by that definition, that you are this powerful being who is able to channel and create and like really like work with the energies of the universe. That is being a magician. That's what I'm seeing. So that is, it blows my mind how powerful that message was. You guys are magicians. Okay. Okay. I think I have to kind of leave it there, because this is a lot of energy. I was struggling to contain it from the beginning. I don't know if I sounded funny as I was talking, but that's because I was trying to, I was almost kind of having to clench my jaw. I was like, there's so much energy going through this reading that I didn't really know where to put it. In fact, in the past, that would have bothered me a little bit, and I would have had some issues channeling, but here I just kind of tried to work with you guys. There's a lot of magic here. Like, especially this is a collective reading. You guys are powerful. It's overwhelming when we're all together, right? Like, this is the magic is here. So I'll leave it there, because I can't even speak anymore. But thank you so much to your guides or your angels or whoever was here, and thank you to Spirit for their messages. Thank you guys so much. If you feel called to, please subscribe. If you want a personal reading, info is below. And I guess that's it. Let me know your thoughts. I'd love your feedback. And thank you so much. Okay, sending you blessings, and I will see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye. Hey everyone, this reading is for group 2, the I. Now, I was called to use this deck, and I just noticed that it has an eye on it. I swear I didn't pick it for that reason. I picked it because of the coloring, and then I just noticed the eye there. This, I think, is called the Spirit Song Tarot. I'm sorry if I'm getting that wrong. So I'm going to use this one. I might have to use the rider just to ground my energy though. So group 2, we're going to take a look into the hidden message or messages from your guides, even guides that you may not have ever heard from. Spirit, this reading is for group 2, or I group. Please and thank you. What is your hidden message, or what are your hidden messages, please? Let me just get one card as a start. We have the 5 of Cups. Okay, so let's get right. I'll keep this here, and let's get into your guides. Spirit guides, please. Any hidden guides, especially. What is your hidden message for our group 2, the I? Something that they may have never even heard before. Something that is extremely important for them to hear at this point of their lives. Thank you. This week might be relevant here, because I wanted to do a weekly reading, so there might be messages for just this week as well, but it may extend outside of that, okay? Guides, spirit guides. Oh my, look at this. So we have King of Cups and we have the Moon. Let me see. How is this relevant to group 2? How is this relevant to just group 2? Okay, so one thing that I'm wondering here, this may not resonate for everyone, but this part of your reading looks like it might involve another person, and then I'll get your messages. So if that's the case, I do want to get some accurate messages. This could be concerning another person that's on your mind. So let's find out if that's the case. Spirit, can you please confirm, is this about another person? And if so, what do group 2 need to know about it? What does group 2 need to know about this person? I say that because the King of Cups is a water energy, and so is the moon. And I believe that the moon is the Pisces, right? So I was just kind of curious about that. So someone here, so I'll say someone, let's do that. Someone here is in their feelings, and I am feeling that there is a big feeling of lack, longing, missing, regret. Any of these could resonate. Or just plain sadness, okay? I don't know who this is. It could be you, could be someone else, right? Someone here could even be calling out in some way, right? Calling out to the moon, literally with that wolf there, calling out to the universe, calling out even to another person, if this is in fact a person. There's so many feelings here in the feels, right? So let me see what this is. We have Justice and we have Six of Wands. Now, one side of this to the, I guess it's a story. I don't know if maybe something happened within the situation where there was an imbalance or something that was not fair, something that was unjust. Maybe someone here, I don't know if like there was this battle with like some sort of victory and success. Now, justice also could be legal issues too, so I don't really know what's going on there. But aside from this, I am feeling strongly that this person is very much, you know, like the feeling you get during a full moon if you're not feeling well and it just amplifies the crap out of it. I don't know if you guys have felt that. I definitely have. It feels like that. It's very unstable. There's a lot of underlying fear here as well, and there's mystery. So what is the message for group 2, please, regarding this? What do they need to know about this? The cards keep coming out 2 at a time. So we have Six of Cups. We have the Hermit. Some of you, there is a strong connection here with another person. It feels like a union energy, or I guess the lack thereof. Someone here is alone, okay, with the Hermit card. But it is very clear that there is some kind of psychic communication going on. I don't know why it's coming up to you. That's what I was hoping to get, right? So hopefully we'll get that next. But maybe it's just identifying this connection. So is there a purpose for this? Or what is the, I guess, like the conclusion and the message and what they can do here? Well, number one, what we're seeing here is that it is going to get better, right? If this is you, or if even someone you're dealing with, because it could extend to another person with this Three of Cups here. Someone here is going to receive a blessing, a positive vibration, even though they're not so sure of that. Be careful with doubtful energy, because doubtful energy could certainly affect things, right? Just receive it. Just picture yourself receiving something. Picture yourself winning or having a victory or something like that, just in a positive energy. So that, I feel, is coming up for you. The very nature of this reading is mystery. Completely mysterious. It's hard for me to read this, actually. I'm kind of digging through it. I'm just like sifting through some things here. So it's nice that they gave us clarity to say we're heading into the direction of this Ace of Pentacles. There will be some type of prosperity or positive, tangible thing here in the very, very close future. I don't know if it's going to be exactly within this week's time frame. I think that many of you, it may be shortly outside of that. But again, everything in divine timing. So we have here also the Eight of Wands, the Eight of Swords, okay? And then the Knight of Pentacles. So here again, we have this idea of doubts, and here it even says the word trapped. It actually says anxiety and frustration on the card. But here, this is interesting. We actually literally have something that says good news. So that's really interesting that I happen to be called to the deck that has words on them. I don't typically have that. I definitely think good news is coming to you or someone close to you. So if you talk to someone that you really care about in the close future, they probably will have, again, this shift of some sort of positive energy where they were really worrying about something. This energy within them, or you, whoever this is representing, it's so powerful that I feel like this is a form of energy work. I'm not sure why you or this person is, I guess I would say, spending time in this energy, almost like indulging this energy, almost like it's familiar. It feels like a beautiful sadness. It's very strange, but it feels like a beautiful sadness. And I think, oh, I get it. That's what this is. This is a releasing energy. That's what I was thinking. Okay. Yeah, someone here is going to feel like, in a way, they're mourning something, but in reality, your soul is releasing something that I'm going to say, based on what I'm seeing, doesn't serve you, okay? Or whoever this is. Again, we are heading towards something quite positive. We're heading towards even like this celebration of some sort, and a slow rebuilding towards something much more powerful. I think someone here took a hit within their confidence or within their heart space, even like in the soul level. This is hitting me as deep. This is not just regular sort of run-of-the-mill sadness. This is profound. This is at the soul level. And I was hoping that your guides would kind of come through and just say all of this, but they're delivering these messages to me in a very odd way, in a very unique and odd way. Guides, do you have something specific to tell our I group, please? What is your hidden message? Two of Swords, very similar energy here. Six of Swords, something about moving on. But here, oh, actually it does say moving on there. Explore, discovery, and moving on. So again, group 2, the good news is that you or whoever you're dealing with is going to be moving on very soon from something very difficult. Maybe someone here has to make a choice as well. There could be that. And these two blindfolds are really resonating with me. I do think that this in itself is part of the hidden message. Like, someone here is still blind or blindfolded. Someone here is still blind to the truth of something, the truth of themselves, the truth of the situation, the truth of another person, whichever. And in a strange way, your guides are actually not even talking about it yet. And I think it's because we're only meant to take off that blindfold when we're ready, or when the divine is ready. Even this is a realization. This is that aha moment, eureka moment, right? And again, the blindfold, it's interesting that your symbol is the eye. So it's like, this is the full truth. This eye is representing the full truth to your life, either your situation, your path. But again, some of you, if this is representing you or someone you're dealing with, someone here is not quite there yet, but it's very close, okay? So that, in a roundabout manner, I think that's your hidden message, that something is very close, like this, coming up from that sadness, that profound sadness, that releasing. Once you release, once you move on, your eye is going to be opened. Ooh, they said eye. They didn't say eyes. I think they're talking about your third eye. Yeah, that's probably what this is. I did not expect the reading to come out this way, especially after group 1. The way that it came out there, it was more straightforward. But this was, again, the first messages were already mysterious. So I don't even know how I was able to extract it, but I hope I made sense. So let me know. Any final messages, please, for spirit guides? Any other final hidden message for group 2, our I group? 9 of Swords, same thing. We have a lot of that anxiety, worry. This is probably the energy that you or someone is in right now. And it makes sense why you may not be able to see the full picture. Because this, ooh, and look, the eye is right there. See? The 2 corners. This energy is probably one of the greatest causes of blindness. Because we're afraid. You know, of course, like if we're afraid, we're so blocked and blinded because of that fear, and we just really can't see that truth. I think that when we channel truth, we're probably coming from a space of maybe peace or being present, or at least being centered. I don't know if that's true for everyone, but I would guess that that's the case. Okay, any final advice? Thank you. Queen of Pentacles. We have here loyal, charming, wise, loving. Just be this way to yourself. That's the final advice, group 2. Just try to be loving within yourself, loyal to yourself and your guides. Just have that energy of trusting within the process, trusting within yourself, treating yourself with a little bit more of this love and kindness. Like the way that Queen of Pentacles is to other people, very giving, generous, nurturing. Just try to be that for yourself right now and ground your energy. Absolutely ground your energy right now, especially if you're in this, okay? Grounding is probably going to be very relieving to you, and it is 100% going to help with your anxiety because that is relating to the root chakra. So group 2, that's the final advice I have for you. I was making roots, by the way. That's the final advice I have for you. Try to work on the root chakra or any grounding exercises. Really get into nature if you can, or maybe sit on the floor or something like that where you can get grounded. Okay, so I think I'm going to leave it there. I was highly confused as I was reading these cards, but please let me know if it resonated because I think I need a little like confirmation here. Thank you so much to your guides for their messages. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you feel called, please subscribe. And if you want a personal reading, info is below. Thank you once again, and I will see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye. Hey everyone, this is the reading for those of you who chose group number 3, which is the Pentacle. Now, all of the groups so far, I've been using a different deck that I was called to, like specifically for you, like just special for you guys. And for you, I was called to use my own deck, which is the one that I made. This is called the Child Tarot. If I do need another one, I'll grab that, but I'm just going to ground the reading with the Rider deck that I usually use. And let's get your hidden messages from your guides. Spirit, this reading is for group number 3. Pentacle, thank you. Spirit guides, please. Spirit guides or hidden spirit guides of group number 3. I invite you to give the messages here if you are present. Spirit, what is your first card for group 3, Pentacle? Thank you. Well, that's a good sign. Woo, relief. Group 2 was a little rough for me. Which is hard to read a little bit, but we have here the 10 of Cups. Now let's grab the other cards for you just to get into it. Okay, so spirit guides of group number 3. What is your first hidden message? What is something that they maybe have not even heard before, something extremely important on their path? By the way, this week might be relevant because I wanted to do a weekly thing and I couldn't have time. But here we are. What is your first hidden message for group number 3? Wow. Okay. Now, I don't know if this is hidden exactly, but your first message is be still and all will be well. Okay, so that's what they said. So I'm assuming you've already taken a lot of action. I'm assuming you've already done a lot for your path, for your, maybe even for yourself, maybe for your goals, okay? Or even for other people. And just like that, it's like the breathing, the meditating. They said, be still and all will be well. The 10 of Cups, to me, is the perfect confirmation that you're heading in the right direction. Now, this doesn't mean that you have to be perfect. This doesn't mean you even have to do much of anything different. You just have to be. I'm not sure if this is indicating that for a lot of you, the action steps were already in place. Maybe you've already done stuff. Maybe you've already put in effort, right? And then the rest of it is like a waiting game in a sense. Now, others of you, obviously that may not be the case because either you're building, but for everyone here, the message is still the same. Rest your mind, be at peace internally, and all will be well. Now, if you come out of that state, if you get to the point where you're not so restful and you're just kind of like either anxious or worried, or there's a lot going on, chaotic energies, they're just based, I mean, it kind of sounds obvious, but they're saying like that is not the way for you. That is not going to be productive for you, which I feel like is not something that you want. I think that you want yourself to be this productive person, and you have been. And they're saying that if you come out of that peaceful, sort of like still energy, at least internally, it won't be good for you. So just be on the lookout for that. I know it's hard, but just be on the lookout for the energy that you're in. What is your hidden message, please, for group number 3, our Pentacle group? Amazing. Okay. All right. So here we have the Fool. Okay, so it's the game, but this is the Fool card. Everything is really working out for you guys. So here it's 0, the number 0, right? Yes, new beginning, but I'm feeling a completely fresh start, a clean slate. I don't know in what way exactly. So this is the hidden part. So this may not be something that you were expecting. This might even be completely different from the thing you were focusing on. But something here is a completely fresh, clean energy here, like a purified energy. It feels very uplifting. I literally lifted my shoulders, like I felt this relief from, let's say, a burden, some really horrible energy for some of you. I'll give you the vision that they gave me. This is interesting. Like, they gave me this image of a serpent or a snake slithering along a person's spine. And it's like, ugh, gives me the blues. So I don't know what that was, but I mean, you know, religious symbolism may say it could be temptation, but some of you, it could be something different. Whatever the case is, this is going to be a fresh start. So I am feeling that you're cleansed or will be cleansed and purified and in a fresh mindset. I am feeling a mental shift from this and definitely a spiritual shift as well, because I felt like this complete golden, sunshiny, cool breeze energy just blasting through. It felt nice. It felt really cool, like very powerful imagery. What else is your hidden message for them, please? Now, again, I still don't know quite what we're talking about, but that's okay. Let's see. Anything else? What is the hidden message, please? Spirit guides of group 3. Well, that makes sense. Okay, so this is actually the moon card. So if they don't want to reveal too much, I respect that. That's fine. We are in this sort of maze, this labyrinth. Not confusion exactly anymore, but more along, or confusion and anxiety anymore, but more now along the lines of the unknown. And this is not bad, this is not good, this just is. The unknown just is. And that is what I'm seeing here. There's a lot of missing information for you guys in group 3. If you look closely, you can see there's no expression on the child there. It's just blank, right? Not to mention that it looks kind of confusing. Like, literally what I was going for with this card was I was trying to make this look like a maze in the water, the reflection. So there is this confusion that I think is going to be okay. I feel like you're going to accept it, is what I mean. Now, I'll try to get more for you. I'll try to get some clarity. But if it doesn't come through, I wouldn't be surprised, because they're indicating that it's like this step-by-step approach. They don't just give us downloads when we cannot receive them. Have you ever gotten a terrible headache or migraine and thought, you know, I feel like I'm receiving some messages here? That's kind of what it feels like. It's almost like too much information, but our chakra maybe is not open or balanced enough to receive it, kind of like that. And then ouch comes the migraines. That's happened to me before, that's why I say it. What is your hidden message, please? Spirit guides of group 3, what do we need to know? And actually, I'm noticing in both cards, the eyes are closed. And even in this card, we can't see the people's faces. So that's interesting. And here, there's no eyes. So only the guides know. That's why the cat is smiling. I take that as the guide. Oh, this is cute. Okay. So you have the 2 of Cups here. And then you have the Master of Imagination, which is the King of Cups. Okay, so what is the message relevant to group 3? Like, how does this pertain to them? Let's take a look there. What is the message for them specifically about this? I mean, obviously, there's a lot of love here. There's, and if you didn't notice before, there's a lot of love here, okay? So I don't know exactly in what sense, but you guys in group 3 are meant to have beautiful, loving relationships. Oh, I just realized something. I completely forgot to read from this deck. I totally forgot to do that for the other people. Sorry. I'll do that for you guys. I'll leave it here so I don't forget. These were some key words. Maybe I'll put them in the comments. I don't know. You guys are meant to have this beautiful love within your life, okay? Whether it's in the form of family members or friends or soul family or obviously romantic connections, whichever, and from your guides. Look at that. I mean, this couldn't be more obvious, group 3. So you have go. This is the Chariot card. Just go. Go for it, you know? Now, the card that you first got in terms of the stillness, I do believe that that is actually crucial right now. But obviously within yourself, again, remember, like that productivity I talked about, when the time is right, which is not revealed to you yet, you will go. You will just go for it, okay? So there's that. Now let me just grab one of these. Like, this is just random words that I had written down a while ago. If I said this in the intro, I don't think I did. I think I said it for group 1 and I just totally forgot. Whoops. What do we need to know? So you do have chaos, and this one just fell out now. Undetermined. Okay. So I think I did say that. Did I say that? Something about chaotic energy here. All you have to do is this. Breathe, find inner stillness, inner peace, create that peace, create the, like you're in the eye of the storm, right? And so I said I. If any of you were also drawn to the I, group 2, you may want to check that out. But if you are in any chaos, any conflict, you just have to find the eye of the storm, which is your inner peace. The future is really not determined. There's a lot that's not determined. This is exactly why they gave you the labyrinth card. It's not supposed to be determined yet. There's so many things, there's so many factors here at play. Yes, I believe in destiny, but I feel like that's only half of the picture. I feel like everything else is like this potential, our free will, other people's free will. So don't worry about where you're going, just go. That's what they're saying. That's kind of funny. Just go, okay? Any other messages, please? Any other hidden messages from the guides of group 3, Pentacle? Thank you. That's the Empress. This is Justice. And then we have the Page of Wands. What is the message relevant to them? It's almost the same thing. Be still and all will be well. You've got exactly the same thing. So 4 of Swords, 4 of Cups here. You're just kind of doing your thing. You're kind of meditating, letting things come to you, resting. I don't know if some of you are dealing with a specific situation with another person. Maybe some of you, there's legal issues. Otherwise, if it's not legal, it could be just like in terms of what's balanced and stuff. But there is surrounding positive energy here. We do have a lot of energy of creation, a lot of fire energy. So I just think that it's all around a protective, positive energy surrounding you. Any other final messages? What is hidden, or what is your hidden message, Spirit Guides of Group 3? Same exact. Oh my God, that's the 3rd time. Just hang in there, or just let go, surrender. Yes, this looks like the person's in a limbo, but you're not in a limbo. And if you feel like you don't want to take a rest, I understand what that feels like. That means we have a blockage in, like, basically being still. Back when my root chakra and a lot of my chakras were severely blocked, but I finally was able to unblock and balance it a little bit, and now I understand. I know how to be present now. I know how to be still now. If you guys are interested in getting further into the chakra work, please check out my description. I have the video for that where I explain how I got into it and some tips and stuff and resources. But anyway, you just have to do your thing. Just be still. All will be well. All will be well. They keep saying it, so I'm convinced. I mean, any other messages, please? Hidden message. I mean, see, like, this is the 9 of Cups. Look at this. Look at the joy here. I mean, I know it's like silly to look like, but there's a smile. There's like a ball pit, you know, there's a little slide. I drew this card thinking of the Discovery Zone. I don't know if you guys know what that is, but it's like super ancient in, I don't know if it was like only in New Jersey, but I guess the only comparable thing now is like Chuck E. Cheese. It's like that feeling of being a kid and just being at Discovery Zone. That's, anyway, sorry. Kind of just had to add that in there. But the happiness is there. The feeling of completion is there, or it will be there. I know things can be rough. You know, a lot of you, I think it's just a matter of healing through a specific trauma, or, well, specific traumas in your life. And again, the chakra healing and balancing is going to help you get through this and finally have that feeling of peace and fulfillment. Last message, please. Final message, hidden message from the guides of Group 3. Thank you. That's it. Just keep going. There will be a transition. There will be a releasing. Actually, this does sound kind of similar. Some of your reading did sound pretty similar to Group 2. So again, if you were called to the I one, you may want to watch that, but maybe not immediately, but it's up to you just when you feel called to. So we are moving forward. Again, there's this releasing, there's this transition. Some of you might even be travel. That's the same thing I said in the other group. and just keep moving forward, okay? Trust that all will be well. Literally, it was your first card, that all will be well. You are supported, you are loved, and the vibration is really running high here, okay? So there's a lot of brightness, a lot of light. Thank you so much to your spirit guides for their messages. I guess I'll leave it there, group 3. If this resonated with you, and you want a personal reading, you can find that link below. If you feel called, you can subscribe. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'm sending you many blessings, okay? And I will see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye. Hey, everyone. This is the reading for those of you who chose group number 4, which is the Moon card. I picked a specific deck for everybody else. For you guys, I was a little confused as to what deck to use, so I'm going to try it. I'm going to try the Light Seers Tarot. Maybe you guys want multiple decks, so we'll see, but let's do it. Spirit, this reading is for group number 4, our Moon group. Spirit guides, please. Spirit guides of group 4. Can you please provide us some messages, something important, very important to their path right now, something maybe that they've never even heard before. What is your first message? Spirit guides of group number 4. What is your first hidden message for them? This is, did I say that this is a Light Seers Tarot? I forgot to say that. Now this is very, very bizarre, group 4, but they're actually wanting to use other random objects. I think they want to use a pentacle, what do you call the pendulum? But it's not even on my table anymore. I moved it. So let me see what they end up wanting to do here. But I feel like they want to grab other objects on my table. I have one here, the gold-tipped feather. This could be representing some sort of truth for you guys. Communication coming up soon. Cleansing. This is the air element. In my mind, they showed me my epidote pendulum. So, I mean, maybe it has to do with you guys wanting a sense of direction or a yes or no. I'm not sure yet. So let's get into the cards. Okay, so we have here the 7 of Wands and we have the Wheel. Okay, so your first hidden message has to do with your destiny. Pretty clear and simple message there. Now, the Wheel of Fortune, obviously here it looks a bit different than I'm used to. Instead of this looking like a person who's kind of triumphant and whatnot, at first I saw a person who was kind of shaky on their foundation, because obviously standing on a wheel, it's going to be a little shaky. So I don't know if right now you guys are struggling to make some sort of a decision. But what's hidden about this is that you may not be consciously aware that this is happening. Some of you, this could be on a deep soul level. This could be something that maybe you've felt a resistance to doing for a very long time. On this particular 7 of Wands, we see someone who's in basically what I feel like would be a peaceful state of meditation, but I'm not feeling peaceful at all from this card. I'm feeling someone who is deeply troubled and in deep contemplation in a troubled way, kind of like there's this like distraught energy. It also feels like they're closing themselves off from a lot, from either people or the world or the energies of things, because I saw that this was a protective barrier. But see, it's a barrier. It's like a wall that's up. The eyes are closed. You may not want to look at something. And by the way, if I'm describing someone that you're dealing with, just go with it. Like whatever resonates. Someone here does not want to look at something. But if this is for you, which it's supposed to be, it may be something you're not ready to see. One of the other groups got that, and a lot of people have been getting that lately in my private readings. That there's a lot that we may not be meant to see just yet. What else do we need to know, please? What is your hidden message, please? Spirit guides of group number 4 are Moon. And that makes sense because you guys got the Moon, and the Moon is all about mystery, fear, confusion. I mean, in the tarot. What else? What is your hidden message, please? Okay, so we have the 6 of Cups. Now, from this particular version of the 6 of Cups, I am feeling a deep calling to your childhood or someone's childhood. Okay, something about the need to nurture the inner child. Okay, this is a beautiful depiction of this energy, because I'm seeing like someone here is meditating on a part of their past, and it's an innocent, loving, warm energy. And if that does not sound like what you experienced in childhood, the good news here is that this energy, in one way or another, is going to come to you soon. But I think that what would make sense, because this is what I've done too, is to try to do some inner child healing simply by working with your inner child. So you could just sit there and meditate and picture, and not to say you're remembering what happened, but you're actually visiting and working with actively your own inner child. You're working together now. And I'm feeling that you're receiving so much love, so much unconditional love and safety. Okay, so if you're interested in that, it's a technique that I often recommend to my clients. It's one thing that I've done over time, just kind of accidentally, working with my inner child. So if you need to, if you want to begin to heal some traumas, or, just give yourself that love, even if it started whenever it started, I feel like this is coming towards you. And I feel like this may be really, really necessary in order for you to have that stability that we were speaking of. What is your other hidden message, please, for group number 4? Thank you. Now, group 4, this is interesting to me. Look at this. You got 2 9s, and they're kind of a little opposite in energy in a sense, but you have here the 9 of Cups and the 9 of Wands. Look at this. This is freedom. This is freedom and elation, joy, connection, a freedom from burden, and finding some inner treasure, which is a feeling probably of love and safety. So that makes sense. The 9 of Wands, yes, there's battles. Yes, there have been plenty of battles. But what this has turned into is a warrior. This is resilience and strength. And the facial expression here, it's different than the writer. I feel a sense of achievement and, excuse my language, but badassery. Being a badass, right? That's what I'm feeling here. Just as in any way at all that you can balance these energies, this is the healthiest thing for you. But it's like a destination. This is a goal. Like this feeling here, I'm feeling the light is coming from the heart chakra. Again, coming back to that feeling of love. I feel that this is true for most people, especially people who have experienced traumas. But for you guys specifically in group 4, I feel that the way that you're going to just burst through all of those walls that I saw literally is in your heart chakra. Yes, it's connecting to your root chakra too, because of safety and all of that is relevant. All of the other chakras are relevant. But specifically, your activation is through your heart chakra. That is what I'm feeling for you guys, okay? Anytime that you have had readings that had to do with your power, your psychic ability, everything like that, I don't know if you've heard it before, but I feel like you may have gotten that message that it's through your heart space, through your heart chakra. And that's what I'm seeing here. So you don't need to put up walls. You don't need to fight anymore, actually. I know it probably doesn't feel like that, depending on where you are in your journey, but just know that this is their hidden message for you. This is what they needed you to hear. Right, okay. Anything else? Any other hidden message for our moon group, group 4? We have 2 of Pentacles. Well, they're putting it in your hands. Your guides are in a more direct way now. They're saying this is up to you. This is your choice. You get to decide where you want to go, how you, basically, maybe even if you want to heal, something like that. They're saying anything in your path right now, in your eye line, this is up to you. So in a sense, they are giving you that freedom of choice, right? They are acknowledging your free will in things. I know it's hard to decide sometimes, but they just wanted to tell you, no, this is up to you. That's what they said. What else? 8 of Cups, I do see you succeeding. This is another hidden message. Maybe you guys didn't see it yourself. Maybe you never pictured that you could, but I'm seeing pretty clearly that you're going to walk away from that stuff that didn't serve you. Now here in the bull, we have, I think, is that fire? Yeah, it is fire. Some of you are going to be walking away from anger. And I find, again, the Light Seers Tarot is a really unique deck. I really like it a lot. The depictions that they have The bowls are missing. I never noticed that before. I've used this deck before, but the bowls are not even here. There's only one that is floating beneath, above the surface, and the rest of them are gone. Like, it's like they didn't need to be here anymore, and they're out of sight, out of mind. Like, they're no longer needed. They're just sort of like released, right? And I just think that, I mean, it's a dual message there, because it also could be symbolizing hidden emotions, subconscious hidden emotions that are difficult to deal with. But just the first impression that I got was you're walking away from some sort of anger, or some sort of, like, you know, of course, resentment. It could be related, but you're walking towards the light. You see that? And you're not looking back. You don't need to. So again, I feel like that's a hidden message, in a sense that I don't know if some of you just didn't think it would be possible, or like, especially if you're angry at someone or something that happened. It even could have been this resentment, or I don't know if it's like a grudge, but there could have been some anger or resentment or any of these negative feelings that were deeply buried within you, especially in your heart chakra, and you may not have even noticed it, or let's say you may not acknowledge it or even still think it's relevant, but it's still actually there. So you can easily find out by just meditating on your heart chakra for a little while, and just kind of see what happens. Okay, you can always try to get some YouTube meditations on that, by the way, if you need assistance. Any other final messages, hidden messages for group number 4? Thank you. Okay, so we have here the Knight of Wands, the Seven of Pentacles. Now, again, I think this is a little bit of a dual message. I am feeling that fiery motivation and planting a lot of positive seeds for yourself, but then another message for, I guess, maybe some of you. They did mention something about maturity and allowing your roots to grow. If it is the case that you may have had, let's say, some traumas within the childhood era, it does affect our development. So, in other words, we have to kind of go back from the beginning and do some healing work and some maybe processing work. And I do think that that's what's happening here. This is not to say that you're like immature. I don't really think that that's it. I think it's more so that you have to go in and really nurture your brains and your bodies and your spirits, because trauma screws us up on all levels. So if you can do, again, chakra healing, maybe therapy work, journal writing, any form of healing work at all, which, by the way, I have a video for if you want to check that out. I just talk about energy healing and stuff, and chakra healing. It's down below. Just do it. Just go for it, because it is going to work for you. Yes, it takes time. Of course, it takes time and effort, but you're going to be happy you did this. It'll make a huge difference, because look where we're heading. We have, oh my goodness, I didn't even see this. We have Ace of Cups. This is powerful. This is you healing within your heart space, healing within your subconscious, healing and bringing to light whatever was buried and drowned within you. This is so powerful. And look at this. Only in this deck that I have, I don't see it on any of my other decks, we have the word rebirth, okay? So you're going to have a rebirth. It's going to be all worth it. Probably a lot of you are star seeds. Maybe you came into this this crazy neighborhood that's Earth, right? Maybe you came to this existence with, you know, some past life traumas, or things just don't feel right here on Earth. Maybe you kind of feels like you're from another planet sometimes, or you're like a light worker. There's been a lot of pains. There has been a lot that you've had to endure. Okay, I don't want to keep using the word trauma all over again, but like it keeps coming up. They said there was a lot of traumas that you've had to endure, not just in this lifetime, but in previous ones too. But you are going to have this rebirth, and you're going to start that process now in this lifetime. It's never too late. Doesn't matter how old you are. It's never too late. I just think that you need to definitely have faith, hope, and patience. Patience is the hard one, right? But just take it one step at a time. Forget the future for a second. Just be in the present, and that'll do. Okay, so let me just grab a few cards from here, because I forgot to do that for groups 1 and 2. I totally forgot. This is something I wrote like a while ago. Can we have a message, please? inner strength. Let's leave it there, okay? So you guys have the inner strength. You never have to doubt that, okay? Just keep moving forward. And again, just literally just one step at a time, okay? Just, that's it. That's it. I mean, I know it's a lot. I know I probably just unloaded a lot on you guys, and I apologize for that. But any of my other pick cards might be helpful if you need a little bit further assistance. If you guys are new to my channel, I am a mental health therapist. That's kind of besides the point, but I've gone through this journey of healing through mental illness myself over my whole life. And what you're going to find in all of my pick cards, honestly, is the tarot advice, but I also pretty much, it's like an integration of that plus my therapeutic stuff. So that's why, you know, I'm recommending that you watch any of my other pick cards. I will have the advice, even techniques there that I just kind of put in. Anyway, I think I have to leave it there. This was definitely a lot for all of us. Like, it was a lot for me. But I hope that this was helpful. I hope that this resonated. You can let me know below. If you do need or want a personal reading, info is below for that as well. And if you want, you can subscribe. Thank you guys so much for watching. I truly hope that this helped out. Thank you once again, sending you blessings, and I will see you next time, okay? Take care. Bye-bye.